So why am I doing a reset?
And I don't get fries. We don't miss a happy hour.
We traveled a lot. We were on vacation, and when we're on vacation, we're drinking, we're eating out, we're having fun, and everybody knows what tends to happen between October 31st and December. There's a lot of socializing, a lot of get-togethers, there's a lot of food. Yeah, no regrets. It was so much fun. But it's time to rein it in. That kind of excess can only go on for so long. I'm giving up alcohol completely. I'm doing dry January. I am a weekend wine drinker and a social drinker, but there were so many social activities and the weekend became very long when Christmas break rolled around. This reset is really just about getting back to my normal routine. It's time for dry January. It's time for a reset. It's time to focus on fitness and nutrition and get back to the basics. So let's go. The rules: no alcohol, no obvious sugar, so no candy or baked goods. I will keep my coffee creamer. No junk food. I'm defining this as empty calorie processed snacks or high calorie and high fat foods. These are okay in moderation, but for this month, I'm not doing it. Weekly meal prep. Exercise 5 times per week, and I'm not allowed to weigh myself every day. Week 1 for dinner, I made ground turkey meatballs, sweet potato, and kale. I really love this meal. On days that I don't go to the office, I'm doing egg white omelets. I like to use this red pepper and onion blend, spinach, as much as I can before it goes bad. So it turned into scrambled. And of course I'm doing water. I do 2 of these minimum, and if I do more, that's a bonus. And while it could be more, I think it's enough for my body. Lunch today is going to be a smoothie, and I was actually really surprised that it would fill me up. I was skeptical, didn't think it would, because I just figured I need actual food to feel satisfied. About 10 whole frozen strawberries, 1 large spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, about 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I fill the almond milk up to just below the max fill line. Protein powder. 1 scoop of that. And then it's going in the NutriBullet. And hopefully I don't screw this up. So this is something new for me that I want to incorporate this month and moving forward. All right, it seems a little thick. Ooh, barely fit in there. And that's lunch. Really good. Lacking on my water drinking here. I used to go to the store every week for groceries, this repetitive process of shifting products from place to place until you finally make it home, shelf to cart, cart to checkout back to cart, cart to car, car to house, house to wherever it goes. I was over it. We did store pickup for a while where you don't even have to go in. Then we switched to delivery and I can't go back. It just makes my life so much easier. However you get it done, grocery shopping is a must. If you don't get the groceries, you can't meal prep. And if you don't meal prep, there is a very good chance you are not eating as well as you should be. Another thing that I try to be super intentional about is getting steps in during the workday, because I have a sedentary job where I'm sitting at a desk all day. And you'd be surprised at what a difference it makes just doing that either once or twice a day. And I try to do that whether or not I plan to work out that day. Doesn't matter. It's just getting steps in for the day and just trying to keep my body moving. Okay, so I may have spoken too soon because it's Friday night and I'm watching a movie. I'm on my own tonight and I'm sitting here relaxing and I want a glass of wine. I enjoy having a glass of wine on the weekends. I think it's gonna be good for me. I don't need it. My body needs a break. I'm gonna cut back on alcohol calories. Like, it's all good. It's just a little bit of a bummer at the moment, but it's fine. I'm fine. Friday night dinner is Chipotle. This is a steak bowl with black beans, corn salsa, fajita vegetables, and lettuce. My snacks that I commonly eat is Fage yogurt, and I do add a few things to make it taste a little bit better, but I'm gonna have that now. I think Chipotle was a little stingy with my bowl because I'm feeling a little peckish. I add blueberries and stevia to add some sweetness, a few tablespoons of Fiber One cereal for a fiber boost and a little bit of texture. Whoops. And I'm also gonna have a stick of string cheese. If you've ever wondered what happens to a utensil that falls to the bottom of your dishwasher, well, here you go. This is a possibility. Burned and broken. Trying to make it a little bit more robust today. I actually measured it because yesterday's felt a little bit skimpy. Yes, I am still using this. He tried to throw it away, but it's the only spatula we have that I like. It still works. This is more like it. When it's cold outside and it's time to work out and I'm cozy in my robe and I don't want to take my clothes off, it's partly why my working out becomes a little bit less consistent and I'm more reluctant to do it as the weather cools down. It's no excuse, but this is the struggle for me when November, December rolls around. For the next 4 weeks, I'm doing the 4 weeks for everybody Beachbody workout, 4 days per week, pull, push, legs, and cardio. It has a lot of lifting, which is different than my usual workouts, but I like it and it's a nice change. Just finished the cardio and I loved it. It was a really good workout. My heart rate was elevated and I never had to jump at all. Just because the workout is low impact doesn't mean it has to be easy, and I'm so glad for it because I do have ongoing things that bother my body, so I'm gonna love knowing that I can always come back to these cardio workouts if I want to get my heart rate up, but my body's hurting me. So this is a really good one. It's 4 days, but there is a 5th day of movement, and that is whatever you want it to be. I really like this idea of flexibility and just having that extra day to do whatever feels good for you. Okay, I had to document this because this is the closest that I've gotten my eggs to look like an actual omelet. It usually falls apart on me, and this is my best omelet attempt, so there you go. Pajamas are off, workout clothes are on. I'm a little bit chilly, but I know I'm gonna warm up. Today is week 2, day 1 pull, which is back and biceps. Okay, so I might need to take back what I said about this being a mild workout and not too hard, because I can already tell that in week 2, this is a lot more challenging. My heart rate went up a lot more than it did last week. At one point, my heart rate was 143, which is in the cardio zone, and she moved a lot quicker between sets, which I think that was part of it, but it's basically a lot of slow, controlled movements, and yet my heart rate went up. This is lunch, and I am so efficient that I'm going to actually do my meal prep while I'm drinking my lunch. Normally this would be wine. I like to drink wine while I'm cooking, but we're doing something a little different this month. I can be in the kitchen cutting up vegetables for hours, and that's probably how long it would take me because my knife skills are very subpar, but I choose not to do that. I find that this is easier, and frozen vegetables really aren't that expensive. Today I'm making a super easy chicken teriyaki bowl. Like, this is the lazy girl version of it, but it's really good, has a lot of flavor, very nutritionally dense. So meal prep is usually on Sundays. I don't like to be in the kitchen a lot, so I like to do it 1 time per week, and the food usually lasts from Sunday to Thursday, and then on Friday, Saturday, we run out of food and I'm not wanting to be in the kitchen again, so we do take out on Friday and Saturday. For flavor, I use a little bit of salt and pepper, stir-fry sauce, and a little bit of low-sodium soy sauce. Another seasoning that I really like is Chinese 5-spice. It's Monday. I'm really not feeling it. I am just not in the mood. So I am glad that I'm working at home today. I didn't have to do all my meal prep yesterday. I can just throw some chicken in the oven today, and then that will be my lunch for today and then the rest of the week. I'm just gonna use this chicken seasoning that I like to use and sprinkle it on there and throw it in the oven. I like this because it's fairly low sodium. Another thing I'm doing this month that I don't always do is I'm tracking calories. I used to do it every single day for years and years on end. It was obsessive and it was not healthy for me. So now I just do it every now and then. What we eat and how much we eat matters. It matters more than how much we exercise even. So I definitely think it's a good idea to check in just to see what you're doing and how you might make some changes. And no, this is not the most exciting meal ever, but I don't expect every meal to be exciting. All right, so this is it, lunch. This is some leftover tzatziki sauce from over the weekend that I'm gonna use for my carrots. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I never say it right. But anyway, it's not very exciting. It's not very fun, but sometimes food is not meant to be exciting or fun. Sometimes you just need a healthy, nutritionally balanced meal that you can eat. Sometimes it's just about nourishing your body, and that's it. Oh, and I almost forgot, I usually have a warm tortilla with it. I was really excited to wear this because I got it for Christmas. It's too hot. My daily step goal is 6,500. I don't always make it, but having a Fitbit and having a step goal definitely makes me more mindful of steps throughout the day and pushes me to move more.
2, 3, 4. What's up, you guys? We're week 2 is a push day. We're working the shoulders, the chest, and the triceps.
Between my walk and my workout, I got in 8,925 steps that day. And now for my menagerie of snacks. Who needs ice cream when you can eat this? I added raspberries this time. As you can see, we're very serious about our yogurt in this house. I don't know if this is best practice, but I tend to hoard my snacks for later on at night. So I'm having some string cheese. Also, the other half of my apple from yesterday. The reason why I'm eating half of an apple is because this apple is ginormous. Have you ever heard of Cosmic Crisp apples? They taste so good and they're huge. Look at this. This is basically a 15-pound apple, and there are some times where I want it all. It's the apple that eats like a meal, and sometimes I want all that, but other times I can only do half. And pretzels is another favorite snack of mine. It's an office day and I totally should have done this yesterday, but I didn't, so now I'm gonna be rushing. But these are the dishes that I use when I take my lunch to the office. Pre-cut baby carrots are easy because I can eat them as is and they are easy to transport. Water. Coffee stuff and everything that I need for breakfast is already there, so that's one less thing I have to think about, and I'm ready to go. But not really, because it's raining and I would rather stay and work at home. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Welcome to Wednesday. I'm feeling tired, not really motivated to work out, but we're doing it anyway.
Day 2, week 2.
So it was a really good workout. It's very subtle, like a slow burn. My heart rate did get up into the cardio zone, but I didn't really feel like I was doing that much, but it was burning and I worked up a little sweat, so I know that I did. So it was good. For my 5th day, I did a brisk 30-minute walk. I also walked during the workday and exceeded my step goal for the day. Unfortunately, we did run out of chicken and rice. Normally, I would just say, oh well, we'll just have takeout on Thursday, like some kind of a healthy takeout in addition to Friday and Saturday, but we're being very intentional here about meal prep only, Monday through Thursday, so I'm in the kitchen making more. New spatula, so exciting. And no, eating the same thing every day does not bother me at all. When I have chicken on hand, I like to do a chicken quesadilla for lunch sometimes, and it's weird because sometimes it's enough and feels satisfying, and other times it's not. I guess it just depends. We had Greek chicken for Friday night dinner. I love this place, it's so good. It was a lot of food, so I was able to eat half for dinner the next day. It's cardio day. I've been limping around for the past 2 days. My left foot is really hurting me right now. So honestly, I don't really even know how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna try because it's no impact. Hopefully I can get through it. I had to be a bit careful on this first move, but I was able to do everything despite barely being able to put full weight on my foot. I worked up a sweat and got in a solid workout. My butt was so sore the next day. I have plantar fasciitis and knee pain. This is exactly the kind of workout I need in my life. I can't take credit for this. My husband made dinner for the week. baby potatoes, and meatloaf. And there's kale in the Instapot. This is with ground turkey, and we overestimated our needs and had to freeze one loaf into thirds for later. This was a leg day. All the moves in this program are pretty basic and straightforward. It's cold. It's 51 degrees outside. It's freezing, but I got my workout clothes on. And another thing is I am tired. I so do not want to do this workout, but I am pushing through. It was a 3-day weekend, so today feels like a Monday, even though it's Tuesday, and you know how much I hate Mondays. So that, and my foot is still not feeling 100%. Unfortunately, it still hurts, but I know that I can make it through this workout because it's zero impact. I am so thankful for that. Yeah, let's get to it.
Today push day, you know what that means. Shoulders, chest, and triceps.
Making more chicken for lunch. I put some leftover rice with this chicken. I've got some lunch for the week. Ready to grab and go. And so it goes, workout, and then dinner. The first 2 Fridays I missed wine, but by the 3rd Friday, I didn't think that much about it. Habits are often just things we expect to do. Once you take away the expectation of doing it, the desire to do it will eventually fade. If I expect not to drink, I'm more likely not to. Same as if I expect to work out, I most likely will. By week 4, I really found my groove. I expected to work out 5 days a week, and so I did. I was committed. And doing a specific program is really great for accountability. This was bell peppers stuffed with ground turkey, rice, stewed tomatoes, and topped with cheese. This leg workout was slow, steady, and deliberate, not very difficult, but effective. My legs were sore the next day. I did bar blend for my 5th day, and I loved it. I missed it. I did the 8-week program a year ago, and it's still one of my favorite workouts. The last week of 4 weeks for everybody didn't ramp up at all. The difficulty level stayed consistent. When it felt too easy, I increased my weights, and that made a huge difference. I want to do it again and focus on lifting heavier. Weekend eats were good, not too junky. I think I made good choices. I know the sodium on weekends is way higher, and that's just one reason why you can't do that 7 days a week. But it's about balance and moderation. If I can stick to meal prep throughout the week, I think it balances out okay. My last workout! I'll be adding alcohol and sugar options, but I do want to focus on sticking with this general plan for at least February and March. Life has a nice way of throwing us curveballs. Sometimes you just can't stick to the good habits and routines the way you want to, but the important thing is that you just get back to it as soon as you can. Saturday night dinner is yakisoba stir fry with seasoned chicken from Costco. We've had this before. It's so good and so easy. I did not know ovenable was a word. And look what else he got from Costco, but that's okay. I will be having my own slice in exactly 4 days. It's basically all done for you. Just throw it in the pan. That Sunday, we went over to a neighbor's house. I brought my smoothie with me, and it was the first time I could remember ever saying no to wine, and it felt good. Dinner for the next week was sweet potatoes, pork tenderloin, which is surprisingly low fat, and steamed green beans. Healthy food really can be quite delicious. I loved this meal. I feel good about my 1-month challenge. Limiting weigh-ins was so good for me. I could focus on the good I was doing with my exercise and healthy eating without any kind of number messing with my head. I feel better when I'm eating right and exercising, and that needs to count more. I'm not doing anything extreme, nothing that I can't keep up long term. Healthy eating and exercise are a lifestyle. It's not just for January or a limited time only. I set my goals, I stuck to them, I kept up with my workouts, I kept up with meal prep, I feel fit, I feel strong, I feel like I'm back on track. So that's it. That's the reset. That's the video. That's the post.